Hello, and welcome to the overview for your first lab connection assignment for CDEC 1319 Child Guidance. It's going to take everything that we have talked about so far in class, and you will be going to do an observation at your field experience site. So during this overview, I'm going to walk you through what the assignment is asking you to do, what to look for during your observation, what to ask the teacher in your interview, and how your reflection paper will be structured and evaluated. So you should be ready to go. This assignment has 3 parts, and I want you to think of them as one connected experience. First, you will spend at least 2 hours observing in an early childhood classroom at your field experience site. You don't have to do it all in one setting. You can split it across more than one visit. Next, you will sit down with the teacher for a short interview, around 15 to 20 minutes. And finally, you will put all of that together in a 4 to 5 page reflection paper. Remember that your observation notes and your interview notes get submitted along with your reflection paper. So take good notes while you're there, and you'll be glad you did when it's time to write. What you will look for in your observation. There are 4 areas I want you to pay close attention to. The first is classroom routines. Watch how the day is structured. How's the teacher handle arrival, transitions between activities, snack time, circle time, cleanup time. Look at how the children respond. You will start to notice that strong routines are not accidental. They are designed, practiced, and predictable. The second is positive behavior support. Listen for the language that the teacher uses. How is positive behavior noticed and reinforced? What does the teacher do before challenging behavior shows up? Those proactive strategies are often the most important ones to capture. The third thing you're going to look for is conflict resolution. When 2 children disagree, how or does the teacher step in? Do they solve it for them, or do they coach the children through solving it themselves? Look for any specific tools or steps the teacher uses, because there is a real difference between adults who manage conflicts and adults who teach children how to manage conflicts. The fourth piece will be social emotional learning, or SEL. Watch for the moments where the teacher is teaching about feelings, about empathy, self-regulation, or cooperation. Sometimes it's a planned activity, and sometimes it's in a quick conversation that lasts less than a minute. Both of those count. After your observation is completed, you're going to schedule a time to sit down with the teacher for a brief interview. Plan on about 15 to 20 minutes. There is a list of sample interview questions within the assignment directions in Canvas, so please look those over before you have your interview. You do not have to ask every single question. Pick the ones that line up with what you observed and bring those written out. You can also create your own questions. Your interview should cover the same 4 areas that you observed for: routines, positive behavior, conflict resolution, and social emotional learning. Plus, one more question: classroom community. Ask the teacher how they build a sense of belonging in the classroom. That answer will give you some of your best material for your reflection. A quick tip to get the teacher to open up a little bit: you can ask them to share a specific story, a real example of a conflict they helped resolve, or a routine that they had to redo. Specific stories will make your paper come alive. The reflection paper. Your reflection paper should be about 4 to 5 pages long. You will use APA format, which has a cover page, a reference page, double-spaced 12-point font with the first line of each paragraph indented, and use headings to organize your paper. It makes it easier for you to write and easier for your instructor to read. Your paper should include 4 sections. First, you're going to summarize your observation. Use specific examples. Do not just tell me the teacher had good routines. Describe what the routines look like and how the children responded. Second, summarize the interview. What did the teacher say about their approach and what stood out to you? Third, analyze what you saw and heard. How do the teacher's strategies line up with what we have been learning about in class about positive behavior support and social emotional development? The last section will be connecting everything to course content. You're going to cite the theories and the frameworks we have been working with, including the CASEL competencies for social emotional learning. Please do not skip the citations. Citing the source of your ideas is part of academic writing, and it's also one of the categories on the rubric. Take a look at the rubric that is in Canvas before you start writing. This assignment is worth 100 points total and is broken down into 5 categories. First category is for the classroom observation, and that also includes your notes. The instructors are looking for specific, detailed examples. The interview summary, including your notes, is also worth 20 points. The teacher's voice should come through in your summary. 20 points for reflection and analysis. This is where you connect what you saw to what you know. 20 points for your application of social emotional learning concepts. This is where the CASEL framework belongs. And finally, 10 points for spelling, grammar, and APA formatting. The rubric is your friend. Read it before you start and check yourself against it before you submit. Also remember, Collin has an amazing writing center, and they will support you if you need another set of eyes on your paper. Final thoughts. Please schedule time ahead for your observation. Make sure you have enough time to complete the 2 hours of observation, schedule and complete the interview, and be able to write your paper. Protect confidentiality. No real names of children, no real names of families or specific programs. Don't give the teacher's name. Protect confidentiality. You can use pseudonyms or initials, okay? If you have questions about any part of the assignment, email your instructor. We are all here, and we look forward to reading what you bring back from your observations.